He might not be from Krypton, but he's heads above the rest. His knowledge can't be questioned. You can put it to the test. So if you want to hear the truth and have nowhere else to go, I'll give you the solution. Just tune into his show and just kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod.
And welcome back, everybody, to Fandom Zone. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking, yet the man, the myth, the most electrifying villain in all of YouTube entertainment today, Mr. Zod. And today was kind of an impromptu stream because I've seen a bunch of videos coming out, and if you guys don't know, later on, check out Justice for Depp. She did a video on this, all of this drama surrounding Fantastic Beasts. And I figured I'm the most qualified person to talk about this because since Zod was a wee dictator when he first came here with dreams of taking over the world, one of my favorite franchises was the Harry Potter series. And watching it slow decline into death, mayhem has been a joy. As a matter of fact, this channel started on me ranting about the crimes of Grindelwald and how JK had changed stuff up from the material. So today, I'm going to actually do this stream. I'm going to pull up box office numbers. I'm going to show you stats and things about the decline that's been happening slowly. And, of course, I've got 4 or 5 different articles that are even worse because JFD got me into researching this, and there's a lot more that no one has talked about. So I found a couple of things, and I'm going to go over them here with my panel. First off, we'll start with our special guest because everybody knows the bad pup, Cybernetic Husky, but we have the real Captain Jack Sparrow. How are you doing today, Captain?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for bearing with me in that long.
Zod, can I borrow some of your crack?
And this is why I sent Husky a link, because I was just like, I'm going to need humor because, honestly, I am fucking pissed off. I am so pissed because I am literally watching a franchise that is dying. It's dead. I got some articles to confirm this, but this fucking franchise is dead. It's dead. They killed this franchise spectacularly, Captain.
They should have ended it after they were done making movies for the books.
Yes,
it's so fucking easy.
And we'll get into that because I didn't have a problem with the first Fantastic Beast, but I saw the cracks already. We'll get into that. But Captain, you're lucky because you're a Star Wars fan, right?
I am, or
you
was.
You always have fucking hope. Like you have hope. A good show will come. You know, they take a break and they bring back a good movie. My franchise is officially dead, Captain. It's fucking done. It's done. They have slayed the Fantastic Beasts. Magic is dead, Captain. Fucking magic is dead.
It does look like there needs to be a fork stuck in it.
Can't wait for Amazon to do the same to Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that one's next.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck that shit up.
Dude, The Hobbit kind of kicked dirt at it, but Lord of the Rings is going to, like, take the shovel, fucking put the corpse in there, bury that motherfucker 6 feet.
Well, remember, the Tolkien estate shat on the Tolkien movie and buried it because they said it forgot to mention his Christian past or his Christian life. They completely fucking ignored that in that movie, which was an important part of his life.
So before we get started into this, before we dive deep, let me welcome everybody because I wasn't sure. Like, I was like, fuck it, I'm the Rant. And I was like, hey, Captain, are you free? And he was like, sure. I thought you were gonna be busy or something. You're like, yeah, come on.
Well, I actually had a night available, and I thought that'd be fun. I like a good rant. It's always fun.
And then Husky's just a husky, although the dog does have some dander that gets to him, and I understand that because I went through some allergies. So let me go into our lovely chat and see who we got here. We got Planet Q's Queen. Welcome. We have Rebecca, the Naughty Kitty. Hello, Geekicidal Tendencies. What is up, good sir? We have Christine. How are you? Perp minded. I sent you a link if you want to come, because you're part of the Bridge Zone crew. So if you want to drop in and weigh on Harry Potter.
His fucking meme is lurking in the chat and harassing us from the chat.
I swear to God, that's his role. Laura B, how are you? Good to see you here. Janie Davis, I'm so glad to have you here to nerd out. And DJ H Record Hound, how are you? And Deanne Sweet Apple, good to see you here. So today, or tonight rather, we're going to dive into this, but I want to paint a picture for you guys because people can say what they will about Harry Potter. Either you like it or you don't. Some people think it's kiddie. I would argue it got dark considerably towards the end. Like some of the movies, I was like, holy fuck, this is like definitely they pushed that PG-13 line.
Oh,
I mean,
sure did.
Oh yeah, people died. Like they killed people up in these movies. Like Snape died pretty terribly. I was like,
his death was so hard it affected him in the real life too.
Yeah, but R.I.P. Alan Rickman, you were a treasure, and so this franchise has a lot tied to it, and it's kind of funny because everybody thinks that it's just Johnny Depp that killed this, but oh no, Johnny Depp may have had the best thing happen to him as far as this franchise goes, and that's the ship is sinking and he's not aboard it. Like maybe that is the best thing because of course the first blow to this franchise was him stepping down. I'm using air quotes because he didn't step down. He was kicked the fuck off. The second blow was COVID and production delays. And finally, the nail in the coffin for this series is going to be, and you guys wait for it, tell me what you think about it before I dive into this. They're going to release it on HBO Max. Are you fucking kidding me?
They have no hope. It's dead. They know it's dead.
I'm laughing and crying on the inside. Fucking ape. Like, look. I'm okay with the side by side, but do you guys realize how much fucking money is in this project? They're about $300 million in. Captain Jack, how much are they going to take a bath on this?
I think they're going to freaking take a large diarrhea bath on this. So you say like, okay, I gotta say for a casual person who may not be as invested in the franchise, seeing a big name like Johnny Depp actually does bring interest, right? And he's a very good character actor. So when you have casual audiences be like, oh, well, he's not in it anymore, I'm not really as invested in it. That's one thing. Like you said, the fact, or Cyber actually said that they didn't really. This is just something they pulled out of their butt to make more money. It was almost like a shameless cash grab from the beginning. Because Fantastic Beasts the book came out right before or right around that time, if I remember correctly. Am I right on that?
Yeah,
it was pretty simultaneous, and so it wasn't like that. There was a a basis for that people were like clamoring for. Like the first couple books that came out, they're like, oh my god, we got to make a movie about this because this is fantastic, this is great. And then like you said, it's this has been an uphill battle with let's not release it in theaters, let's put it on HBO, let's we got the COVID thing going on, and so I think they're going to take a pretty large bath. Honestly, it doesn't look like a very. I mean, from what I've seen, being kind of an outsider on the Fantastic Beasts franchise, it just doesn't look interesting. It doesn't interest me enough to make me invest money to see it, and that's a bad thing.
Geek Style Tendencies had a great point. He said, "I watched it for the chubby comedic relief sidekick."
And
fella.
I just want to make sure, just to clarify, you said HBO Max. It's not like the other movies where they're having HBO Max release and theater relief. It's exclusive to HBO Max.
Exclusive to HBO Max. And
I stand by what I said. They have no hope in it.
Yeah, this isn't like an independent film or something like that where you could be like, okay, this is going to be, if they do this, this will officially be the first big blockbuster solely released on a streaming platform. And I don't count that Disney Plus, the whatever that shitty movie was, that kids movie that they made on the book series that everybody liked and no one gave a fuck about the movie. I don't count. Like, this is a first big name franchise that will be released as an exclusive to a streaming service that was previously a high budgeted pre-production film. They sunk 300 million that they've released that I could get from the financials. $300 fucking million. I don't care if I had to offer a prostitute with every showing if you went to get my money back. If I was an exec, now this is just me. If I was an exec, I would do whatever it took. I would fucking fuck it. I would bring Johnny Depp back. I would fucking take AH and put her on a fucking cross and hang her outside of the fucking Aquaman thing and be like, she's gone, she's sacrificed, whatever. They are hanging their hopes on Aquaman, which I can guarantee you won't repeat $1 billion. I will put money, it won't even go to the upper millions. So they're already fucked on 2 projects right now. And I'm just calling it because I've been good at this shit. I was wrong with Captain Marvel. That was an anomaly, but we're not talking Marvel. You can't bet against Marvel. We're talking DC. There's a high probability that fucking movie's going to flop. Jack, let me ask you something because you're good at this.
Okay.
If they have a DC film and this Fantastic Beasts flop and they both put a lot of money in them, where do you see this as studios go? Like, how bad would this look?
Do you mean like if like they put both monies into both properties and they both flop?
Yeah.
Well, I see Warner Brothers going down with the ship. I mean, I think something about Warner Bros. Has they still own the DC Comics rights. So, and the DC Comics aren't doing well, just like the Marvel comics aren't doing well. And you have, if you have Fantastic Beasts 3 go down in a ball of flames, and then you have, let's say, whatever. Oh yeah, let's say this new Batman movie with the sparkly freaking vampire Batman. That, let's say that's a ball of trash, which it's likely to be.
I mean, I'd have to argue about that one, but that might be a stream for another day because Robert Pattinson isn't a bad actor.
He's a great actor. Don't get me wrong. The guy's a great actor. But if all the stuff, I'm just saying, conjecture here. If all the things about what's been going on, him being a prissy little ding dong and not getting in shape, I don't want to see a freaking twig man Batman. Okay, I don't want to see skinny boy out there, trying to kung fu chop freaking bad guys with noodly arms like SpongeBob or something. And really, he's got some of these Bruce Wayne pics that have come out, which are verified. He looks like he's emo. He looks like the guy from My Chemical Romance. And that's not a good look for Batman either. So I don't really see that going very well. And if these things both tank, and if they both end up being, piles of trash burning, in midday in the summertime in Phoenix, it's not going to go well for Warner Brothers, and they'll probably drop. It'd be another target for freaking Disney or Apple or something or Amazon to scoop up. That's what I see.
Oh God, and that's worst case scenario. Donald Dolan, hi, and thank you so much. $10 super chat says hi, Zod. Hope you and everyone else in the fandom are doing well. Yeah, they are. The normal night crew is taking a break. Man, Squirrel's doing squirrel things in the tree. PB's hibernating as usual. So. We got a different crew on, but we're going to dive deep into this because, Jack, you bring up good facts because I didn't even think about that. Like, if you have the Batman go south, you have Aquaman 2 go south, and you have holy fuck, dude, they could lose so much money. They could lose, we're talking millions of dollars that are going to be lost.
Well, I mean, like you said, they've sunk a ton of money. They sunk $300 million into a show that they're only going, or into a movie that they're going to basically treat like a Hallmark special and put on their freaking network and not like release it simultaneously in the theaters. There's theaters have started opening up, and people have been going to the theaters. Like they've been going to like The Quiet Place 2 and some of these other flicks. They want to see a movie in the theater again, despite what the mainstream media says about people being afraid of their own shadow and going outside. People actually want to go back to doing the things that they love to do. And so not everybody has an HBO Max, and not everybody is willing to, plop down money just for, a month's, subscription to see one freaking movie. Or especially if it's going to be like anything like Disney, it's going to be a premium thing where it's like you got to pay.
Well, no. The good thing
HBO
is
Max isn't pay more.
No,
Disney's the only one that's done that so far.
Disney's the only one that does that, so that's good. But
okay, good.
I could see it breaking that. That's actually cool you bring that up. I could see them trying to adopt that to Disney. I'm going to tell you right now, no one's going to fucking pay any money for Fantastic Beasts. I will send them a letter telling them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I've watched several movies the past year, and you don't have to pay for them HBO Max. It's so nice, and then we laugh at the Disney ones that you have to pay $20 for. It's like, wow, look at you, Warner. You're so nice, just letting whoever has your streaming service watch whatever. And I believe the streaming service is a little cheaper than going to the movies. And you can rewatch it more than once if you like the movie.
Exactly. Well, Jane here makes a great point. She actually says there's a reason everyone's rewatching old TV and movies from a decade or more ago because, well, they're good for starters, and you have access to them, and you don't have to take a risk on something that that's probably going to suck, and you might waste money on something that's enjoyable for everybody. You can just watch it again.
Hey,
I know the feeling. I watch Home Improvement, occasionally, or The King of Queens, or I'll go. I was just watching, Batman Begins earlier.
I was fucking watching Naruto earlier. Anime fans out there, shout out. But yeah, I mean, I was just literally before we went on, I was watching Naruto, and then I looked at Peacock, and I'm not gonna lie, they got some good stuff. They got whole collections of like Harry Potter. Speaking of which, Jurassic Park, fucking The Matrix, The Hobbit.
HBO also has The Matrix because it's their fucking property.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit on HBO Max too. You just have to sit there and look for it. And some things are cycled. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen Constantine on there 2 or 3 times. They own it because it's a DC property, but then they take it off a bit and then they throw it up again. Sometimes they throw like things in circulation, I think on purpose, to keep people interested in the app for now because it's young compared to the rest of them.
And I like some of these.
But there's still a lot of good stuff. Like all their original shows are on there, almost all.
Deanne said, "I'm sorry, I'm not paying for HBO Max just to see a new movie," which is true. Another comment from Fuck This Thing Move, Laura B. Oh, damn it. It moved on me. I'm sorry. I was reading that straight down.
Well, why don't we take
Look
a
for it.
poll here? Anybody willing to pay for HBO Max if you don't have it just to watch this movie? Yes or no? Let's get
Yeah,
a yes or no from everybody.
There's other shit on HBO Max. Keep in mind.
I know.
If you
I
don't
mean,
like
we're
that.
talking just for this show, just for this movie. If you are intending only to watch this movie, would you be willing to pay for HBO Max?
And while we do that, let's bring up our first
I want to
article.
do a quick HBO Max subscription price.
We've got holy shit, that was 3 no's. We got an interesting article here that I wanted to cover first. Well, no, first I'm going to show you guys the box office. So let me show you the box office so you can get a good idea. And
Okay. So for the audience, there is a $15 experience for a month and a $10 one that has a few ads. So pick which one. It's still cheaper than going to the fucking movies to watch it. But that should be the real question. Would you even watch this movie if it was in the theaters?
Okay, so here is the numbers, and I'm going to kind of show you the trend for each of these movies. So this is from thenumbers.com. They sourced this from Box Office Mojo and several other sites, which is why I'm using them, because Box Office Mojo is a fucking mess right now. So here are the numbers that you can see accumulatively for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which is interesting because the Deathly Hallows actually did 380,405,841 for its final days in the box office, which is pretty damn good because it's the last in the series, and the other ones stayed in the 200s. The Crimes of Grindelwald now. Okay, so let's go to the last one. Now, given the history of this, all of the Harry Potter franchises and even the first 2 Fantastic Beasts stayed about here, the 250 million range, which is where you want to keep your movies because that's about the budget. Okay, they've made over, so they made a net profit. So now here's your last one. The Crimes of Grindelwald netted at the end 159,550,901, which is not terrible, but it's not very good. It barely made its budget back. So the worldwide box office for this right now, the budget was $200 million for Crimes of Grindelwald. It did $62 million opening weekend, which isn't bad. It had a domestic box office of $159 million, a worldwide box office, which is everything included, $651 million. So it did about roughly, I want to say 4,322, about 2 million or 200 million as a profit. Okay, so that's not bad. That was the last one, but it's still lower because the last Harry Potter movie, where is it? Deathly Hallows, did $1 billion.
And if you even adjust for modern inflation and whatnot, and you look at the price of that movie, go scroll back up to the top there. What was the last movie? Go up. Okay, scroll back up there. Because if you down to where the numbers were right there, just below the graph, right below the graph to the top there.
Right there?
No, below the graph to where we had the numbers with the list. There you go, right there. So if you look, 2018 was the last year that came out, right? And domestic box office, it was, $300 and something million. Whereas if you go and look at the very first Harry Potter movie in 2001, that got $317 million. 317 million. If you adjust that to modern numbers, it's huge. If these movies came out at the same time, you're looking at like triple almost probably double to triple of what the second Fantastic Beast movie did, which means that that's not an impressive number these days. It's really not an impressive number.
No, because if you look at this, these are almost with that old box office, right? You look, 900 million. The first Harry Potter, you're almost breaking $1 billion right there. 876 million, 798 million, 891 million, 940, again, close to $1 billion, close to $1 billion, close to $1 billion. The last film did $1 billion, which most people forget.
Yeah, that was in 2011 before we started getting billion-dollar franchises all the time.
Did Zod just freeze?
No, I don't think so. Did
Yeah,
I?
picture froze.
Oh, well, fuck it. They're going to have to stare at whatever handsome face I have going on. So now, folks, take a look at this. And this is why I say this was probably good Johnny Depp got out of this. The first Fantastic Beast made a respectable $811 million. That's not bad. Not bad. It was made for $180 million. So they made their money back and then some. Now, the second one did $651 million on a $200 million budget. Not that bad, but they're losing money right here. And that's what I kind of wanted to bring up first before I jumped into these articles, because this shows a trend. This franchise needed people to breathe life into it. And I think that Johnny Depp, I honestly believe this, and I'm not just saying this because I think Johnny Depp is the greatest actor in the world or whatever, because people will throw that out there. No, I think he breathed some life into this franchise. People were intrigued by his character. They wanted to know what was going to happen. And now I think they realize they fucked up. Because if you dropped that much with Depp, how bad is that box office going to look with all the shit surrounding that? Janie Davis says, at Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone, if you were comparing Fantastic Beasts to Harry Potter, let's take the years of inflation into account. Yeah. I mean, we're talking those movies each, those ones that were at 900 million, they'd be at $1 billion, wouldn't they, Jack?
Yeah. I mean,
they'd probably be over.
Well, if you think about this, and something I don't know if you're taking into account is that when those production values, for example, that's not counting, like OMD. He always talks about how the fact that the production values don't count like double. So if it's like a $200,000 production of a movie, we'll add another $200K to that for marketing and all that other stuff to get it to the film. So that's not even counting it. So yeah, the second movie lost a ton of money, really, in the end of the day. Like well, I mean, domestically it lost money. Overseas in total, it made money, because math, but.
And
yeah,
that's what saved its ass. And this is the problem that I talk about. The dependence on the overseas market fudges what the actual numbers are, and is why everything can make $1 billion or 9 million, and they don't gotta put fucking effort into it.
Yes.
Because the overseas market will eat that shit up. But now you don't have an overseas market, and every one of these shitty movies is being hit. Don't get me wrong, I loved Cruella. I thought it was good. But that box office, you could see that versus Quiet Place 2, and the numbers aren't even fucking close. And it's a sequel. Granted, I loved Quiet Place 2. The women, not so much, but I enjoyed it. And that is killing everything right now. Why? They're not focused. The Quiet Place 2 is not focused for an overseas market. They know they're going to make more money here in the States. They wouldn't do shit with that movie if we still had the overseas market.
Well, actually, if you're going to compare Quiet Place franchise right now with like Cruella, for example, you have how well has most of the live action remakes slash variants of these movies that Disney come out with really do, when you really look deep into it, they don't do all that well, because most of the time people are like, well, I got Lion King on the shelf over there, so I don't really need to go to the thing and see that. Oh, look, I got 101 Dalmatians sitting over there too. Hey, I got Aladdin right there with Robin Williams. Why the hell am I going to go see that? It's an unnecessary movie, and people, the market speaks. People didn't. It was unnecessary. But people were intrigued by the first Quiet Place, and it kind of left it on a cliffhanger. And the story by John Krasinski was well written. It was a very well written story. Some say it's kind of yanked a little bit of bits and pieces from other things, but so what? It was well done.
Everyone's copied that now. Look at that fucking movie Bird Box. I said that's a direct copy of Quiet Place, only with blindfolds. That's what it was. I don't give a fuck. Everybody told me this movie was masterful. I was so pissed. I'm like, this is a fucking stupid movie. I wasted my time. Julia Roberts, you wasted. John Malkovich, what the fuck? He must have had a weekend. He had to have had a weekend off where he was just like, I'm gonna shoot this fucking movie. I'm sorry, I can't do John Malkovich, but you get what I'm saying. Geekocidal Tendencies gave us a pretty accurate figure. Thank you, Geekocidal. He said 318 mil in 2001, adjusted for 2021, would be 476 mil. Okay. So most of those 900 million we were looking at would all be at $1 billion, which is what we said.
Nice.
They'd all be $1 billion movies. That's fucking nuts, dude. That's ridiculous. They went from $1 billion franchise to only pulling in millions? Oh my God, I can't. Holy fuck. That's crazy. Like, when you put it into that perspective, they've literally lost millions on these new movies. Millions of dollars.
Well, there's a lot of things that go into some of these movies from what I've seen. It's like a lot of word of mouth, right? Mm-hmm. You see, people like, for example, I waited till some people went and saw the movie and they're like, yeah, it was okay. But there wasn't like the magic of the first, of the Harry Potter movies. There were, okay, the CGI and stuff. Okay, that's kind of cool. It was a little intriguing, but there wasn't like that magic you had. Kind of like what people or Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers said about Toy Story 4, where it's like, yeah, it was well done. And, they did a good job, but it was missing that Toy Story magic, that just kind of left it a little flat. The character's a little flat. And that's what a lot of people told me about that movie. And so from that perspective, that's why I didn't end up going seeing it. I know enough about it from reading about it that's like, oh, okay, well, it seems like it should be a great idea. This should be a fantastic idea. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that go into it. Word of mouth is a lot of it too.
Deanna made a great point too. She said it's Fantastic Beasts, but you don't get that many beasts. And that's another thing too. That was a huge complaint that they kind of fixed in the second movie. And I said that in my review. Mm-hmm. It's fucking called Fantastic Beast, but you barely see any in the whole thing. And so I thought they were heading in the right direction, because in the second movie, he went to the hole, he went under his thing and there were all those beasts. And I was like, oh, okay, finally, we got the fucking Fantastic Beast part of the thing. But they fucked up Nagini. Look, I don't give a fuck about Nagini. Used to be a woman who was trapped as a snake, and that's why she fucking serves Lord Voldemort, because he understands she's a fucking beautiful woman.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a fucking creepy backstory.
Man, I want that fucking acid. Where is it? Some of that shit.
It was the creepiest shit. And folks, I might do another review and go through and give my older review on the Harry Potter series all the way sideways to the Fantastic Beasts. I might review them all, but my major issue was J.K. Rowling made this universe, and she changed the universe to pander to people.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Like, Dumbledore was never gay, okay? I read every book. He was never gay. It was never fucking hinted to. It was never fucking suggested. It was never fucking part of the plot. If you have a gay character, I don't give a shit. But taking an established character and turning them gay as an obvious ploy to sell your fucking new books and movie, those same people turned on her. That was the fucking irony of the whole thing. She changed a story to fit the group, but then she makes a comment and torpedoes it. So you have J.K. Rowling getting fucking hammered. You had them firing Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And now the cast is upset. So let me get to these fucking articles finally, because I've been kind of dancing around it. And the first article I want to bring up to everyone is, of course, Husky. Yes, it's a We Got This Covered, but it's sourced for other things. So get off me.
Barbara would be making fun of you too if he was on here.
So this Fantastic Beasts 3 may end up as an HBO Max exclusive. And I'm sourcing this from this because the original person who originally wrote the article, I couldn't find the fucking article, but of course everybody else who's a rag copies. So this is word for word. The once mighty wizarding world of Harry Potter has started looking surprisingly vulnerable. First came Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, which underperformed in the box office, receiving negative reviews. I know I was one of them. That was followed by J.K. Rowling's transphobic meltdown. No, it wasn't. And I'm not a fan of J.K. Rowling. I think she's a piece of shit, but I will defend her in this case. She simply said she believes in biology and science. I did not see the problems in her statements. Like, she wasn't saying whatever. She was just saying that some people were using it to try to get sympathy. What's her face from Umbrella Academy? Yeah, people are doing that. These actors and actresses are coming out and claiming that they have this, and they don't. They're just fucking doing it to stay in the limelight. I 100% agree with what she said. But of course, because she's on the one wrong side of an argument, they attacked her. So, I mean, granted, she is a piece of shit, but she had a good point. And I don't think she was wrong. And I think it was fucking horrible that everyone just came after her because they, like everybody else, took her words out of context and attacked her for it. Because that's what we do now. We just fucking cancel everyone. Fuck context, because words don't have context or meaning, right? They're just, it's just like, we're all idiots now?
Yes.
Yeah. We can't have intelligent conversation anymore.
Or opinions.
I mean, on top of that, her decision to support Johnny Depp, that was not a bad... See, this is the other thing that pisses me off. They frame the second problem as her supporting Johnny Depp. No, that's not the problem. You know what the problem was? WB not supporting Johnny Depp and then supporting Amber Heard. That was the problem, not that she supported the innocent person. That's another reason why I don't have an issue with her, because right up to the end, she thought it was a shitty decision getting rid of him. Oh my God. Okay.
But I thought it was believe all women.
All
the time, 100% of the time. Nobody ever can be bad if they're a female. They can't do any wrong. There can't be any wronggoing there. I mean, that's what I've always been told.
I'm sorry, Captain. I forgot. That was my white privilege coming out. I apologize. You were right, because that's what we're living in. And now all of which puts Fantastic Beast on shaky ground. Right now, it's tough to qualify how much trouble the wizarding world is in. Big trouble, and I'm going to read the rest because also someone came out who's a part of the crew and blasted fantastic. It's bad. Though Rowling demolishing her reputation in 2020 has led to a lot of her faithful fan base disowning the franchise and looking. No. I forgot this. We got this covered. They're gonna put their own fucking stupid spin on it. Elsewhere, for thrills, in a hint of what might be coming, the developer behind the video game Hogwarts Legacy went even as far as asserting us that the author had almost no involvement in it. Alternatively, we could simply see the mainstream audience don't care about her transphobia and will turn up regardless. Yes, that's not the point. God, I hate when they throw this extra shit in. So fans won't be happy to learn that the movie is in trouble and that it may be reformatted as an HBO Max exclusive rather than receive a theatrical release. The news comes via leaker Daniel. I don't really listen to Daniel Rickman, but this is sourced from other people and cast a doubt on whether the planned 5-film arc will be completed, with hints that it will wrap up on the 3rd installment. That's a big one. So they're not going. It was originally planned like Harry Potter to have 5 installments, and it looks like, folks, we're not even gonna. They barely fucking made it to 3. So, if they delay again, it's probably to just finish it up, which fucking sucks because if you know the mythology, Grindelwald and Dumbledore have an epic battle, and that's the end. And he kills Grindelwald. That's like a big arc for Dumbledore's character. So hope they put it in 3 because they didn't get in 2 other movies. I don't see that happening. Previous rumors have said Warner Bros. Would prefer Fantastic Beasts 3.
Zod, did you look up the? Do you have the link that the Planet Q's Queen sent?
No, I don't.
Let me see if I could copy it. Oh crap, that is not the link. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's fucking long.
But right now, it's tough to qualify how much trouble the wizarding world is in, though Rowling is demolishing her own reputation since 2020. Yeah. Anyways, either way, I anticipate Warner Bros. To subtly disassociate with Rowling and Harry Potter.
There we go. I got it in the.
May mean the end of the Fantastic Beasts as it was very much her baby. In any case, there's a whole year to go before Fantastic Beasts July 15th release. So, so big fucking trouble. Big trouble there. What do you guys think about this? Yeah, that was the one I saw, the pop topic.
Well, looks troubling to me. I mean, it's. I mean, all the stuff that they said are the same stuff kind of we said. I mean, the whole thing with the backlash against Rowling. So you got, the weirdos don't want to go see the movie now. They're going to boycott it essentially, right?
Yep.
And then the weirdos who think that Johnny Depp is some sort of bad person who don't want to look at facts or anything like that, they're going to, boycott the movie. So it doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't really look good any way you look at it.
And then the people who support Johnny Depp are not going to go see the movie because they got rid of Johnny Depp.
Exactly.
So the only people, and I'm talking about all 25 people watching, myself included, you guys, the people who could have saved this franchise, WB alienated by getting rid of Johnny Depp. This is fantastic.
It's called karma.
It really is. I don't know. Captain, we've seen a lot of shit covering entertainment. Have you ever seen a studio so spectacularly shoot themselves in the foot before?
Besides Lucasfilm, besides the new Monsters, yeah, I've seen this thing before, and it usually ends pretty bad.
This is the most spectacular fuckery I've seen. Like, dude, seriously, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think this makes Lucasfilms look more organized. I said it. Hot take. I think this honestly is more a spectacular fuck up than anything Lucasfilm has done. Because despite them messing up Star Wars, and I got strong feelings about that, they always seem to have either Daddy Iger or someone who's able to help them out of their jams, right? WB doesn't have a safety net. They don't have anyone who's gonna. They don't have a Filoni or a fucking Favreau who's gonna come to the aid and save a dying product. They're fucked, man. They're fucked.
Well, they don't. Yeah, they don't really seem to have as much as I despise, and as much as I despise the decisions that they make over there. This is their structure. Aside from the Lucasfilm crap, I would say Marvel stuff definitely has a good organizational structure and a vision. As bad as the vision may be, they still have a vision. Whereas DC never really seems to have a vision. They make something. The only thing that they had a real vision on was the bloody Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. And then when that went to crap, when they didn't want to make more of those, things were disjointed and didn't really match up. And yeah, it's been a bloody mess the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the thing, Deanne, you have a good point. I'm kind of torn. I think the Harry Potter movies were they were okay compared to the books, but the whole point being is that the author portrayed her characters. This was the first mistake. And then she tried to stand behind Johnny Depp. And the studio betrayed her. This was the second mistake. And now, thank you, Planet Q's Queen. I'm going to bring up the article that I actually wanted to show tonight because this is telling. And then we're going to talk about this, and then we can kind of wrap things up because I only want to keep this about an hour, this isn't like a late night talks. This is more of a hot take on this stuff. But this was one I wanted to pull up, and I've actually seen this a couple of times. I got a few articles from here. They're pretty thorough. Pop Topic had an article that says the morale is low after Johnny Depp was fired from Fantastic Beasts 3. Now, this is recent. This is today. This is the June 22nd. So this isn't month ago, 2 months ago. Morale is low. So right off the bat, guys, if you have bad publicity, if you have terrible marketing that's going on, and you're getting hit from all sides, and your cast and crew's heart isn't into this movie, do you think you have the recipes for success? I don't know a movie in the history of making movies that has.
I know that's why I was going to HBO Max only. You just explained the reason why they put it on there. They're like, "Yep, we know this shit is going on here." You could say it's not canon too, if you wish. I mean, if they get to that point, that'll be funny.
Oh my god! Could you imagine if they just
do that and say you could say it's not canon, then they have more balls than Disney does with Star Wars.
They just exclude. Yeah, I feel like WarnerBros might be at that point. So, Fantastic Beasts 3 crew member reveals that the morale was low, and people are not happy with WarnerBros' decision to fire Johnny. And I know this holds weight because I remember a while ago, and everyone who watches my channel, you probably remember this. I pulled up an article that talked about how Jude Law had come out and said he didn't understand the decision. Now he's
got a super chat.
Remember that? And he said very tactfully that he didn't understand the decision, but it was more of a he just came to work one day and Johnny wasn't fucking there kind of a thing. Captain Jack, let me ask you something. As someone coming in, you haven't done as many streams with us, so you got a fresh take. Say you're Jude Law, right? And you work with Johnny Depp, right? And you guys become friends. You bond over the second movie. You guys can't wait for the third movie to come out, have a climatic battle. You're really vibing. And then one day you come on set and fucking Johnny isn't there. And you ask, and some person tells you, oh, yeah, he's been fired. What would be going through your mind?
Oh, no.
like you're Jude Law, right? Let's not kid ourselves. Jude Law is a pretty accomplished actor. I'm going to exclude Captain Marvel. He needed some extra change. And to be fair, it made $1 billion. So, okay, you're an accomplished actor. You are working with Johnny Depp, another accomplished actor, right? You're excited. This guy's a veteran. You're up there, right? You guys are bouncing back ideas. You got good chemistry. And then the fucking studio comes one day. And they just tell you, because of allegations that are turning out to be bullshit, right? They're looking bad every day. Your coworker is gone. I'd imagine the fucking morale would be really low.
Yeah, you might want it. You might start phoning it in at that point. Like, it's a paycheck, you know.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm going to say, despite my gripes with The Crimes of Grindelwald and Fantastic Beasts, I don't ever believe watching it anyone phoned it in. Okay? There were genuinely good parts, which means to me they enjoyed the characters. I'm really curious to see this now, just to see the performances, because I think it'll be like a bunch of zombies walking around on screen. So,
well, chemistry is a big thing, you know, in movies, and you know, Grindelwald and Dumbledore, you know, friends, you know, in their past, so you're going to have a chemistry there, right? And if Jude Law and Johnny Depp have a chemistry, and then they bring in some other ding dong to freaking play Grindelwald, and unless they don't have a chemistry, it's going to be pretty obvious. And it's going to be off-putting, you know, for the audience to be like, well, this doesn't seem right. Kind of like when they brought in when, you know, the original Dumbledore in the Harry Potter movies passed away, and they brought in the next guy. He was off-putting. He didn't have the same chemistry with Daniel Radcliffe that the original actor had. And so he was brusque. He was kind of, you know, grating, and he yelled when he shouldn't have, and it didn't work, and it was off-putting for the audience to some degree. That would be kind of the same thing, you know. People would see this and be like, well, something's not right about this. This isn't. Yeah, you'd be wrapped up in that instead of paying attention to the story in a lot of cases.
And I want to get one thing clear. I am a defender of Max Mikkelsen. I do not give a shit. I love Max Mikkelsen, okay? Hannibal is a fucking amazing show. You can see my channel and see Hannibal, one of the greatest shows ever created. I will fucking die on that hill. Hannibal is a fucking amazing show. They took the Hannibal Lecter character. They did it justice. Max will forever have a place in my heart for that show. But, you know, people get mad at him, and I understand him having to come out and make a PR statement or whatever else. But I don't blame him. I solely blame the studio, because the man wants a paycheck. He came off of Rogue One. He's done a bunch of other different things. He's a great actor. The problem is, like you said, they're going to be bringing him in. He has not worked with anyone. You don't know what the chemistry is with him and everyone else. I feel bad for him because they literally dropped him into a minefield and said, good luck, you know, and forced him to do these interviews because he's got to. And the man doesn't know about the topic, probably doesn't give a shit. I don't blame him. He was doing his own thing. But I blame this on the execs because whoever took Johnny Depp's spot was going to get a heap of shit no matter who they were.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't fair to any actor getting that spot. Now, people have argued he could have refused it, and yeah, but I'll be honest with you. If I was Matt's, I wouldn't fucking turn down the paycheck. I mean, JD got paid a lot of fucking money, and from what I hear, Matt's made about the same, maybe slightly less. So I'm not turning that down, but I think it's fair because I don't think he knew everything that was involved with this. So someone said it's political and everybody knows it. Fantastic Beasts 3 crew member speaks out about Warner Bros. Decision to fire Hollywood veteran Johnny Depp, who was supposed to play Grindelwald in the upcoming movie. The atmosphere changed dramatically when we learned that Depp would not be returning to the set. The crew member disclosed, I know
You're
it's
looking at your super chats, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I can't see when I'm on here. Okay. I got a super chat from Nico. Hey, Nico. It's good to see you, man. $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Actually, those are euros.
Oh, well, shit. I'm going to say dollars, okay? I'm sorry if I offend someone. I was just saying how I'm like Ron Swanson. I put that for my Peacock profile. America. Anyway, no. No, if you guys watch Parks and Rec, you get that joke. Ron Swanson's an asshole, but I like him. Johnny Girl Deb, thank you so much. $5 super chat says, I don't believe AH is in Aquaman 2. The videos she's coming out with on Twitter are old because she doesn't have a word tattoo on her rib area. No, it's been confirmed. I've talked to some sources too. I can't tell you who, but it's confirmed. She's coming back. WB is content on destroying the ship. They're going down like no one I've ever seen. She's coming back. What they're doing is they took the shoots and they moved them to London. The ones that are in Australia, only Jason Momoa is going to be there, and they're going to shoot around where she's allowed to go. Fucking bitch. Oh, my God. They're going to shoot around when she's allowed to go. I don't even want to get into that because it's so nonsensical. And, folks, as an added bonus, she's officially going to be the highest paid actress for a movie. I can guarantee you is not going to make $1 billion. I got to make a separate video because I have no clue who the fucking WB said, you know what? Everybody hates Amber Heard. Not only are we going to keep her in this movie, but we're going to fucking pay her more than Gal Gadot. And I would take Wonder Woman 84 over having to see that bitch Amber Heard's face in another fucking movie destroying the DC franchise. So
That's probably because they don't want to deal with her fucking backlash.
I mean,
because look at Depp. He calmly took his
though?
stuff and he walked away, and then she'd be a fucking bitch and go all fucking, ooh, they're being sexist on all this shit and rally a bunch of people, and they don't want to deal with all that fucking bullshit.
But
would you want to deal? No, do you want to deal with that bullshit? No company wants to deal with that bullshit, and that's what everyone fucking does these days.
But
they don't get their way, they bitch about it, unless they're calm and chill like Johnny Depp.
But Husky, here's the thing.
They'll just finish your contract, and then it's done.
I would be sleeping on my bed $100 bills, so I wouldn't care about what some fucking weirdos say on the internet. I'd be like, yeah, you guys didn't like it, but because we made a smart business decision, guess what? People actually went to see our fucking movie. The atmosphere changed drastically when they learned Depp would not be returning. The crew member disclosed, I know it sounds dramatic, but the first day of shooting without him felt like a funeral. I think it felt that way because we, cast and crew, were given strict instructions not to talk about it. That's great. according to the insider, the entire cast and crew had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Of course, I totally believe that, which stipulated that they were not allowed to discuss Johnny Depp to the media or any press events. Jude Law was forced to bite his tongue on an Entertainment Tonight interview where he was asked Johnny's so-called resignation, but confessed that they were forced to go along with it. So yeah, and I pulled that up because Jude Law had talked about how it was politics. He danced around it very expertly. In a franchise like this, it's the studio and company to make the big decisions, and you have to go along with those because we're just a member of the team, Jude said regarding Depp's exit from the franchise. However, according to crew member Jude Law, was absolutely devastated by the news. Of course he was. Of course he was. Because he had established a rapport with the man for 2 fucking movies. The crew member recalls a complete silence from the entire team after Johnny Depp was forced to step down. The silence was deafening. Nobody had anything to say, mostly because they weren't allowed to talk about Depp's departure. I would compare it to seeing a favorite teacher quit, but the truth is that to a lot of us, Johnny was like family. This just makes me more pissed off. I really want to punch a WB exec. Disclaimer. I'm sorry. I can't say that shit now.
Yeah, you can't say that shit. Otherwise, you're going to lose your money deal that you still haven't gotten signed yet. When are you going to make money from them again?
It's in the works. It's in the works.
It's been in the works for a while. Come on, get the paper signed, sell your soul.
Cyber, this is DC. You know how it is. They're waiting a while before they just
come on, DC. I know you're watching this. Come on, get them signed, and then give them that money. Give them all that money.
Johnny Depp was
legit
nothing.
Make a thing called Zod Bucks just for the fucking promotion because that'd be hilarious.
Johnny Depp was nothing but lovely to me and the rest of the crew. It didn't matter that I am just some contractor. It didn't matter that I'm not famous. He never treated me like trash or talked down to me. And to be honest, that happens a lot in the industry. Johnny Depp engages everyone equally, and that's because I believe he is a very humble human being. This is from a fucking random crew person. The Fantastic Beasts 3 crew member added, morale is down and the energy is not the same. I think this is going to translate over in the final cut. It's just different. The worst thing about it is that we never really got a chance to say goodbye, or, as sad as it sounds, let our grief out about it. We reached out to a crew member to ask them if they know what the general stance on the Amber v. Heard is among the rest of the team, and whether they had extra knowledge of the situation. They responded, it's political, and everybody knows it. Like it or not, in your typical sense of the word, as in left versus right, as far as I know, Depp is very liberal, but Amber Heard is has some powerful political friends. Confirmed. I've said that a bunch of times. A lot of powerful people protecting her. As for the DV stuff, people just don't talk about it. What they do talk about is how Amber is a liar, though so there's that. So the cast of Fantastic Beasts thinks she's full of shit. That is hilarious. We also inquired whether they've worked with Amber Heard before, to which they've replied, me personally, no. But I've been working in the industry for over a decade, and I have never worked with her. But I do know a few friends they have kind of worked with her. I say kind of because my friends put it, you never work with her. You only work for her. A close friend of mine told me that she, Amber Heard, refused to make eye contact with any of the crew to one of her last projects, and she was quite rude. Fantastic piece. Actor said. I like. Oh, that's great. So, what do you guys think about that? About all of this? Let's talk about this whole
Movie's still fucked. If my opinion hasn't changed, all right. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Captain Jack, give us some of your thoughts. What do you think?
Well, it goes back to the thing we were talking about just a second ago. I mean, this all if the crew members and the cast have if they're experiencing some intestinal distress over this whole thing, then again you're not going to get a good performance out of them. It doesn't look good on Warner Brothers for instead of taking a political stance or taking a person's stance, they should be like in any job you should let the if they have any law issues that it should be handled outside the business, right? And they're innocent until proven guilty. I just think it's a mess. It's a real mess, and I'm kind of concerned, not just for the sake of this movie, but I'm concerned for the well-being of Warner Brothers' future. Honestly, I mean, it all comes back to that for me.
I totally agree with you because Warner Bros. Has DC, which is close to my heart. You guys know I'm a DC fanboy. I've always been that way. I don't have any gripes with Marvel. I get those weird Marvel freaks come on and be like, oh my God, you're just fanboying out. No, I can be objective, but I do have a certain love for the property, and I have love for Harry Potter. And one of the saddest things that you could see is your franchise dying in front of you because of bad choices. This was a bunch of bad decisions that started right from. You could trace this back from them firing Depp and not firing Heard. And I think if they could go back in time, they probably would have fucking kicked out Amber Heard, to be honest with you. If they could see what would come now, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. Do you think they would have made the same decision? Or do you think they would have
If they would have stayed out of it, that would have been the best thing. If they would have stayed out of it and let the courts decide what's the problem and then gone from there. If this is all just a save face kind of thing, it goes along with the whole, Harvey Weinstein kind of thing that oh well, woman said something, so the guy's at fault, so we can't be seen to associate with this guy, so we gotta throw him out, we gotta get rid of him, and then she gets unfairly rewarded for her newfound victim status. I'm using finger quotes here, and so I think they would have done the same thing, honestly. I mean, if they knew what they know now, they would have done the same thing, because like you said, she's pretty much guaranteed to be an Aquaman too, which means she's being rewarded for this.
Yeah, and she's getting a pay raise, and I think that really grinds people the wrong way, because it's one thing to keep her on, but now you're giving her a raise. It's almost like anybody who has kids, they do something bad, but instead of punishing them, you reward them for that. Well, what are they going to do? They're going to misbehave because you didn't punish them for their actions. Christine, have a good night. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you could tune in for the stream, because this is a personal thing for me. It's why I had to get on tonight, on an off night, talk about it, because there's so much shit swirling around this. I wanted to drop my own 2 cents. Jane Davis has a great point. Henry Cavill, he's another one who got fucked over.
Yep.
Ben Affleck, if you guys don't know, and this is a little bit off topic, Ben Affleck gave his heart to that role. And shitty fucking die-hard people shit all over his performance. And spoiler alert for all of you people who says Batman doesn't kill. He does fucking kill. Read the comics. It's implied since the fucking 60s, okay? Batman has killed probably numerous fucking people in the run, all right? Whether it's off panel or not. They fucking fell to their death or something, okay? So Ben Affleck fucking mowing down some people.
I'm at fallen to death. He didn't kill him. That was fucking gravity. Get it right.
I'm sorry.
Gravity killed them.
Is the real culprit. That pisses me off.
Fucking.
Because Ben put so much effort and he literally started drinking again because of these fucks. This is the WB, and this has nothing to do. Take Snyder out of it because I'm kind of 50-50 on him. Just the actors, they put a lot into that, and WB's interference solely was responsible for that destruction. Janie Davis says,
I also remember this thing for Batman. He doesn't kill, but it doesn't mean he has to save you either.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you, Christine. I'm glad you liked the stream. JD Davis says, at Mr. Zod's Random Zones, silver lining, it's good for JD because she can't show loses when she just got a raise. Yeah, she can't show losses. That is 100%. I 100% agree because at the end of the day, that claim that she has, that she's losing money, they're going to throw her countersuit. They're going to throw out. I'll lay any money on that. There's no way she's going to get a counterclaim. What is she counterclaiming for? She's still fucking working. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm not a judge or a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too hard to prove who lost the most money out of this. Mega Jetty 1, how are you? Says super chat. Batman killed in his very first comic, threw a guy into a vat and said a fitting end to his kind. Thank you, Mega Jetty. I'm glad there's
but Golden Age Batman's dead, just like Golden Age Superman. They killed him in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Killed the majority of their Golden Age guys, and every superhero you know now is from their Silver Age.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm a fan of this franchise, and I'm speaking to you guys as a fan. I'm 35 years old. I saw the first Harry Potter in the movies with my father, and I saw the second with my father. It was a special thing for me, and it hurts me because nobody, even when we're assholes, wants to see your franchise die. I mean, you know what I mean, Captain.
Yeah, absolutely.
We might shit on it, but it's not because we don't care. It's because we care. We're so passionate about what we follow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, same for you, right?
When I'm looking at the chat right now. Fucking left the stupid 98 Zilla, which he's not fucking Godzilla, if you guys saw that one. And now there's the fucking Golden Age Batman who's dead. Yes, you can fucking reference him and other stuff, but is still dead in the continuity of DC. It's like the Golden Age Joker is still referenced, and the Silver Age Joker is still referenced, and the current Age Joker is still referenced. Still dead. Even the Golden Age Superman's been referenced, but he's still dead.
But no, I wanted to. This is always going to be a kind of sad stream for me. For me, this is the funeral of Harry Potter. I'm not going to see Fantastic Beasts 3. I love Matt Mikkelsen, but I can't endorse it, and it's not just because of the JB thing, but it's because of so many other factors too, on top of what they did to Johnny Depp. It's the fact that they're still doing this movie and there's no love, there's no passion behind it. The people obviously probably don't give a shit. So why do I want to waste my time? People think because something is free that you have nothing to lose. But at the end of the day, you have the most important thing to lose. And I tell people this all the time. Time is the most valuable thing we have. We almost had up to 30 people watching. I appreciate you guys spending your time for us, 1 o'clock in the morning, to watch us talk about the death of a franchise and the shit WB is doing. You're giving your time to watch me and 3 other people who are icons talk. That's a valuable thing. And WB has misused our time. They got us invested, and they had a cash grab, but it had soul. It had the things to keep me invested, and now it lost that. It lost its heart. The movie has no heart now. It's a shell of what it was. And it fucking hurts me. I mean, on a serious note, I know everyone comes here used to rant, but I can't rant because I'm honestly hurt. I'm hurt as a fan. This is tied to some of my greatest parts of being a kid. I was the fucking kid who stood out in Barnes and Nobles with all the other people and waited in line for fucking 3 hours at midnight for a copy of the new Harry Potter book. I was that kid. I was the kid who would go to school and we would theorize what was going to happen with Voldemort and what the last soul was and what it all fucking meant at the end and how are they going to follow up this great plot. I was that kid. And even when I grew up, I still had those theories and I had that fucking passion and love. And it's dead, and it's a hard thing for me to talk about. Like, it really actually, honestly, and some of it's because I'm drinking, but most of it is just thinking about this. It really makes me, it really makes me sad because I don't want to see my franchise die like this. I wish it would go out on a high note with people having fond memories. We had 6 great movies, one that did $1 billion. It could have fucking ended there. It could have stopped there. And here we are. Here we are, and it's going to go down like every other thing that Hollywood has to fucking drain till its last. It's going to go down as this thing is going to go down as the biggest disaster, and all of this shit is going to be remembered. And I'm afraid the people are going to forget the good shit that came out of this. In my town, if you guys don't know, I live somewhere in Wisconsin, and in a small town, they have a Harry Potter day where they turn everything into the streets of the bookstore and shit. I forgot the name of it. It's Dagobah Alley.
Diagon Alley.
Yeah, Diagon Alley. They take all of it, this town, and turn it into that every year. That's how fucking hardcore fans are. And we're talking in fucking Wisconsin. That's amazing. That's a culture. Harry Potter is a cultural icon. Kids grew up to be, like me, adults with these books. These books got us through tough times. I had shitty times, and I would read Harry Potter and his friends, and I would go, you know what? If Harry Potter can stop the fucking end of the world, I can get through fucking 5th period. You know? And here we are. And here we are. We're here. JD Davis says, "Ed Todd's Phantom Zone. The dog is cranky because I
answered hers in the chat. You don't need to highlight it.
Oh, okay.
Fucking chat jumped on me, and I had to fucking see that before I continued typing it.
Planet Keys Queen says, just do what you're going to do. Deny that it exists in the original Harry Potters in the series. I agree. Mega Jetty, I think I skipped over your comment. I apologize. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we have to do what we always do, right? We just have to exclude it. Captain Jack, does the sequel trilogies exist?
What sequel trilogy?
Exactly. Right?
I mean, my ending of Star Wars is Return of the Jedi, and then tons and tons of EU books. I don't call them legends. That doesn't exist. They are EU. They are the expanded universe. It's all canon. I don't know what this sequel trilogy stuff you're talking about.
You can call them legends as being legendary.
But legendary usually has a good connotation. I would call them what should I call them? Imaginatory gutter trash out of somebody's pooped out of some freaking ridiculous person named Kathleen Kennedy's sphincter.
Mega Jenny Woods says, I watched WW84 yesterday. Surprisingly, it wasn't as bad as I was led to believe. Not great, but not terrible. It's like Bumblebee being a soft reboot.
No.
No.
Bumblebee is watchable.
I disagree. There's a lot of problems I have with WW84, but here's the important part. You enjoyed it. And that's, I never knock anybody who enjoys something I can't. I almost envy them. I wish I could love everything that's put out. And I guess my final thoughts for tonight are that this whole thing is a mess. As a fan of this franchise, I mean, I'm a diehard fan. I have the collector's editions of the Harry Potter, and I have somewhere around here. I have a fucking pen that looks like Voldemort's wand. I grew up with this, and it's sad as a fan to see some die. Thank you for the fist bump, Nico. I appreciate it. 5.99 euros. So we don't get that wrong. Before I go, while I have 21 people watching, I will be tapping into old school Pirates of the Caribbean. This week I will be streaming Sea of Thieves. The Pirates of the Caribbean add-on has come on. You can get a pirate ship, Jack Sparrow costume, all of that stuff. So I'm going to deck out my pirate, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to play it live on my Twitch channel. Also, just happened tonight, Books by Jay and me are going to start doing a show, and it's going to be called Tongue in Cheek, and it's going to be all about writing, because we had that interview and we talked about writing, and it really got me inspired. So we're looking to start a show. It's going to be Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time, and it's going to be different things about writing. We might bring in some other authors, and we're going to do it every Friday and Monday. So
Wait, Friday and Monday. Wait, what the fuck are we doing Friday nights then?
We're still doing our late night shows.
Is it during the day? Is it during the day, you said?
Yeah, it's 9 a.m.
Okay. I keep looking at I'm sorry if I'm getting out of the fucking thing. I keep talking in the chat. I've been manning the chat, which damn PB's really good at manning the chat. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I mean it's going to be 9 a.m. Hey, Hen, good to see you. It's going to be 9 a.m. And also, I'm moving my late night streams. We're going to do one on Saturday, finally.
Again?
I switch. Yeah, so it'll be Saturday.
For those who, like, maybe 3 of you, for those of you who remember when we used to do them almost every night, and then we just did Fridays and Saturday nights, and then only the Friday nights.
So now we're back to Friday and Saturday. So I'm going to have 3 shows that I do, and I'm going to be releasing a video every day. I'm going to start doing all of my reviews. I got one on Castlevania that I'm going to do. I can't wait. Yep, old school. You ain't that old. My channel is that old. I'm approaching like 4 years here on the channel, so thank you.
I'm approaching 7. Nice.
You're the oldest out of all of us, Captain Jack. What do you got on?
Well, I'm actually well, before we got on here, I was actually practicing I'm doing a cover of The Last Goodbye. It was the song that What's His Face did from The Hobbit. The original guy, he was Pippin. I can never remember the dude's name. Pippin. He sang The Last Goodbye. That was the song at the very end of the Battle of Five Armies. I'm working on that to release at some point when I get it right. And in the meantime, I'm just ragging on just about anything that makes me laugh or I find infuriating. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
And you have a fan. Hen says, "Hello, cute one."
Why, hello there. You know, if Stig was here, I'd be like, "Hey, please, can you do your Kenobi thing? Here, can please?"
You'd be like, "Hello there."
Hello there. I'm not Stig. I can't do it. He even looks.
No, he's got us all beat with that. Like, he's perfected that. I don't know how many times. Bless him. I mean, I still count the prequels. At least they had soul.
Yeah, they had soul.
Yeah. We got some good Star Wars up until then, and I might even count Rogue One because, despite everyone, I like the fact everyone died. That shocked me.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I was like,
some people didn't like that. Some people said, "Oh, it only did good with Vader." Nah, man, fucking everyone died. Fucking lit.
And it was surprising because people was like, "I didn't know everyone was gonna die." Do you know the story? This literally takes place before the planet gets blown
You had
up.
an idea this was going to be a suicide mission going into it, but you didn't know if it being under the Disney umbrella, they had the balls. They even had. Did you know they had an alternate ending for Everyone Lives in case Disney said no? I have heard that they had an alternate ending where everyone lives because Disney said no to Everyone Dies ending. But they're like, "Nah, that's cool, do it." And everyone dies, and it's awesome.
But yeah, you know, I just want to say thank you to everyone, and you know, I appreciate it. And tune in. We got some great stuff. Cyber, do you have anything coming up before we go?
I gotta fucking, after this, I gotta go to bed so I can wake up tomorrow so I can continue that Mass Effect stream on my Twitch. My internet stupidly died. I don't know what happened today, and that's what ended my stream today, so it was kind of sad. But hopefully it doesn't happen tomorrow. At least it was near the end. So come on, watch the stream if you want. I should have the other one uploaded by the end of the week.
And big announcement, I've decided on 2 games I'm going to stream on Twitch. I'm going to stream Wild Rift, and I'm going to do Disney Arena because I've got some characters, and I just unlocked one of my favorite crew, the Wreck-It Ralph crew. So I'm going to
There's a guy who said he was done with Disney the past few weeks.
No, I'm done with Disney Plus, but they don't own this game. They don't own any games. Disney doesn't want those licenses. So the games are technically only Disney characters. It's not by Disney
They're
Studios.
just licensing out there.
Yeah,
but they're still making that royalty money.
Exactly. So I don't consider that. Yeah, maybe Nico, if you want, I can do some old school Sega games. I can download them, maybe do a Sonic playthrough or something. But let me know, yeah, because it's on my Twitch stream. I will show you guys the Wreck-It Ralph crew. I'm not going to say that I paid money for it.
I want to see you do old school Pong playthrough.
Oh, God. I would have to set up 2 tables and...
No, Pong.
Like...
Pong.
No, he thought you were meaning like old school Pong, you know,
we're not talking
based
about
off of ping pong.
No, we're talking about Pong.
The space one, yeah, I could do that.
That'll be fun. Beep. 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 Do that for 3 or 4 hours and see how many people would actually probably watch that.
Yeah.
You have to put ASMR in the title, though. You got to put ASMR in the title.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I really appreciate it. Spread the love, retweet this out, and all the Harry Potter's fans, we're in for some dark days, but remember the good we had, and don't go see Fantastic Beasts 3. Fuck them. Fuck them all.